Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Flight Dispatcher Nat. This is your pre-flight brief. Another shift has been completed. We're on our way home. We'll drive for around 45 minutes from airport to Kobar. How are you guys? Thank you for being here with me. Finally, it's a day off tomorrow and it's 3 days rest day. After four consecutive 12-hour shifts, I will now have three consecutive days off. Usually, I do 7 days duty, but two of them has been training days, so kind of a rest day as well. Anyway, I'm asking, how are you doing, guys? Because how would you feel if you are on been given a shift that is 12 hours per shift with 7 consecutive days? How would you feel? Will you be exhausted? For sure. It's gonna be tiring, no? For sure, it's going to be exhausting and challenging at the same time. Well, it's kind of a norm now, no, in the aviation industry. At least in most of companies, there will be times that you will have this kind of shift. But worse, it's not a continuous morning, it's not a continuous night. Within the work week, you will have different shifts. For example, starting in the morning, in the middle of the week, you'll have afternoon, and at the end of the week, you'll have evening. So, how's your sleep cycle? How will your body clock react to that kind of shift? So, this is the reality that aviation professionals face. So not just flight dispatchers, it also applies to pilots, flight attendants, ramp agents, air traffic controllers, almost everyone who is involved with operations. No, this kind of shift is not applicable to support staff, or I would say office staff of the airlines. Usually, these office staffs have like Monday to Friday work week with a 9 to 5 schedule, but the people manning the 24-hour operations of an airline, of an aviation company, will have to go through this shifting schedule. Maybe you heard of this question before in an interview where the interviewer or questionnaire asks you, do you accept or are you okay with the shifting work schedules? So this is it, no? This is how it is. And you have to embrace it or make it like a normal thing if you want to really succeed in this aviation industry. I remember the first time that I experienced this kind of shift. It was way back on my service crew days in McDonald's. During my college days, I have to work part-time, at least 6 hours a day, in order to somehow help my parents lessen the burden that they have to carry when they decided to enroll me, or when they accepted to enroll me in a flight school. So during that time, I'm actually very thankful for them, but at the same time, I want to give back. I want to help them at least lessen their financial obligations to me. So at least the day-to-day, like transportation, food, or when you say baon, no, for the day, I will not get that from them anymore. So I'll get that from the part-time job in McDonald's. So yeah, working in the fast food industry, you will experience shifting. So morning or opening hours, then afternoon, and then the graveyard shift. So at the tender age of 18, I've already experienced what does it feel like to have a shifting schedule. After being a service crew, I become a call center agent where it's always a graveyard shift. So coffee is my best friend. And this is still happening, no? While I am doing my college degree. So I study in the morning, work at night. So same thing, like a shifting schedule. So when I finally got my break joining the airline industry, so it's not really hard for me to adapt to the shifting schedule. I could say all my life, all my employment life, I've been in a shifting schedule. I would not say that this is a healthy, a healthy lifestyle, but somehow I make an effort. I do my best to at least live a slightly healthy lifestyle. There's, the sleep in the evening, the nighttime sleep. You can't really compare it to a daytime sleep. Sleeping in the day, sleeping during the day is really tiring, no? Except for the natural sleeping at night. So oftentimes when I do night shift, for example, during the past few days, no, I get home at 8 o'clock. I sleep around 9 a.m. Then wake up at around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. So that's only 6 hours of sleep, and then prepare again for a shift that starts at 7 p.m. So the quality of sleep is really not optimal. No? Well, what to do? What can we do? This is the nature of our profession. We are supporting a 24 hours operation. Even if there's no scheduled flights during the night, there should always be a duty flight dispatcher every time. So because we'll never know when ad hoc flight will be scheduled, a pop-up flight might come, so we'll never know. So that's why there's always a 24-hour schedule, even if there's no scheduled flight. And to be fair, no, during my shift as a flight dispatch, it's not always high pressure moments. There are also times that during the shift, there are also downtime. So during downtime, I see to it that I will also rest. I will rest my brain from being alert at all times. So it's not always a high pressure moment. So that really helps. That really helps to endure a long shift, like 12 hours. So why am I describing to you how it looks like to have a shift like this? This is so that you're going to be, since you want to be an aviation professional, you will know in advance how it feels like. No? So it's not like a college day that you finish lectures at 7 p.m. and then just party all night. So it's not like that. And honestly, pilots and flight attendants have a harsher schedule than me. Why did I say harsh? Because their sleep schedule is always disturbed. You know, they don't have a solid they don't have a solid week that there's only morning flights, only afternoon flights, only graveyard flights. It's always mixed during the week. So it's tough, no? It's tough for them to have this kind of schedule. Most especially if there's a shortage, if there's disruptions. So their roster is going to be messed up too. There are also times that they will have a duty called home standby, wherein they don't need to report at the airport, but they have to be at home. They have to be on standby at home. Should there be any flight that they will need crew. So this happens during disruptions when we have to set up a new flight with fresh crew. So we will have to call them, and they need to be ready to accept the duty like at the least 1 hour prior the flight. Well, depending on where they are situated or where they are living. So yeah, this work schedule in the aviation is no joke. If you're not up to it, if you're not comfortable, always adjusting your body clock, your sleep times, perhaps an aviation career is not suited for you. But if you don't mind to have this kind of shifts because you really love airplanes, you really love to work alongside these aircrafts, then irregular sleep cycle is it's just a small thing. So there you go. I hope that I've made sense on all these things that I've been talking about. I'd like to improve myself on creating content in English so that I can give more information about flight dispatch in a more wider audience. And it's also a practice for me because my English language is really rusty right now. So there you go. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you again in my future videos. If you have questions that you want to be clarified, just drop a comment on this video or send me a message through my socials, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, also here in YouTube. All right. So until the next vlog, safe flight.